Oh, hey guys. What's up? Hello everybody, and welcome back to Thunder and Lightning Gaming. I'm Thunder, and today I am in Seattle, Washington for PAX East. If you've watched our other vlogs, I am once again working for Sanchi, and this video is in no way sponsored by them, but I will, of course, talk about how great they are throughout this video, probably. I'm in a hotel room by myself. One of my coworkers is going to be in this hotel room with me, but they're not here yet. They're going to be here tomorrow night. So, as you can see, I'm already here. If you watch my last two vlogs, I filmed the plane and all that stuff. I'm going to not do that this time. You know, let me know if you like it more or less. If you want the plane stuff, I can do it for the next one. But it just felt a little, I don't know. It was cool in the first video, and then I kind of got bored with it. So I assumed other people were. And also, both my flights are at night, so it's not going to be very much good footage. Anyways, good-looking footage. So if something crazy that I want to vlog about happens at the airport on the way home, then sure. But as far as the actual video, I thought I'd start it from the hotel room. So I have no idea what's happening at PAX. I have no idea how much vlogging I'm gonna be able to do. Shit! I gotta pick a cosplay. I did not think of that. While I think of which cosplay to pick, I want you to see this hotel room because it's pretty cool. So right now, I'm in the middle of the hotel room, and it's midnight. Where am I? West Coast, which means it's, Jesus, like 4 Boston time. So you got your standard stuff. You got the 2 beds. There's the one that coworker will sleep in. There's the one that I've clearly already slept in. Ignore all my snacks. And then the window, right? And we got the closet. Basic stuff. The bathroom is like this part of it, right? Is separate from that part of it. I don't know if I love that, but that's whatever. So here's the very cool part. So here's the couch area, right? And you sit in here to watch the TV. I'm sitting on the couch right now. There's the TV. There's me logged into YouTube, and it auto-playing the new Try Not to Laugh. So when you're on the bed, right? Now we're over here on the bed, and it's like, oh man, I can sort of see the TV, I guess. Check this out. Da-na-na-na. Nah. Now the TV's facing you. Fuck that person, I guess, but like, now the TV's facing me. I don't know. I thought that was cool. Every hotel room I've been in so far, right? Bathroom over there somewhere. Well, not near the window. Bathroom over there somewhere, right? And then TV right there where the 2 beds can see it. There's like this whole lounge area where we got the couch over here, and then we got like a little food station. There's no food in it, obviously, but like there's a fridge. There's a microwave. First hotel I've ever been in with a microwave in it. And then there's like a little like work desk where you stack your trash from the many fast food restaurants you go to because you're a fat ass. So 2 things, like usual, that have been in all my vlogs so far. I'm going to a convention. This time it's PAX West, as I mentioned earlier. People cosplay at conventions. I'm going to pick one cosplay that I think I'm going to see. No, sorry, that's how it works when there's other people here. I'm going to pick a cosplay and a number. So basically, I'm going to pick one character, and I have to see that character X number of times throughout the entire con. This is a 4-day convention, each day being a full day. So AX was a 4-day convention. I did 15, and I lost miserably. C2E2, 3-day convention. I did 12. I flying colors. I got like 16, I think. So this time, I'm going to try to make it a little harder. I'm going to pick a higher number. So I'm going to bump it not too much. I'm going to bump it to 18. Nice even number. I'm going to bump it up to 18. So I need to see a certain character 18 times. So here's where things get interesting. I've been doing this a lot, right? And I feel like there's some cosplay choices that would be cheating. I feel like Spider-Man, I'm definitely going to see 18 of him, so I'm not going to say him, you know? If the last two conventions were anything to, gauge how this one's going to go, I'm probably going to see a lot of Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. So I have two, criteria that I'm going to try to stick to. One of them is I'm not going to do any repeats. So out of all the con season 2022 vlogs, everything that I and everyone else on the channel picked, which are listed on screen now, those are off limits. Not going to pick those. And I'm not going to pick something too obvious, like I mentioned, Spider-Man. I think that's a little too generic, you know? So I want to get a character that is obscure enough that it's not like, oh, you picked an easy one, but also not too obscure, because I do need to meet that 18 limit that I set for myself. Hello, I actually stopped recording to think about this for a sec. I thought of another thing. I always pick a female character, so I'm going to not do that. I'm going to switch it up this time. And I think I have my character picked out. PAX West. It's about video games. So we should probably pick a video game character. One that people like to cosplay. One that's not too obscure. One that hasn't already been picked this year. Those are the criteria. My pick is Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. It's going to be tough. I'm already predicting that I'm definitely not going to see 18 Leon Kennedys, but that's where the fun is. 4 full minutes ago, based on how I cut this down, I mentioned 2 things, and the cosplay contest was only one of them. The other thing is I'm going to try and get a D20. So in between C2E2 and now, I thought about it. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, every time I do a gig for Santry, every time I work for Santry, starting with when I worked with them for Anime Boston, I've been trying to find someone who will sell me exactly one D20. And so far it's been pretty terrible. At AX, I bought a whole set because I had to, and at C2E2, I bought a miniature set. So I bought a whole set. It had a D20 in it, obviously. But I think I'm gonna switch it up. Not a lot. My goal is still to get a single D20 by any means necessary, whether it's normal D20 that I pay like 10 cents for, whether it's a special one, it's a D20 pillow, D20 stress ball, something like that. But I am extending the criteria because if the last 2 conventions I went to were anything to, determine how this one's going to go, people don't really sell single D20s, at least the booths I went to. So I'm going to expand it to, if I do have to cave and buy a whole set, it's gotta be an out-of-the-box set. I mean out of the box in the figurative way. Like, it's gotta be a weird set, like how last time I bought, a miniature set. So, that is what I'm changing it to. Like I said, my true goal is still to get one D20. Because my thinking was, 3-4 years from now, I can just have like a bag of various assorted D20s, and someone can be like, what's the bag of D20s? And I'm like, well, this is every job I worked for Sanchi. It seems cool. But if I have to, cave and buy a set, might as well make it a weird one, So that's it for this part. I don't know what you're going to see next. Today is Tuesday, well actually it just turned to Wednesday the 31st, but all day today, Tuesday, I was working at the Sanchi office, which is a boat ride from Seattle to Bremerton. So I'm definitely going to have some footage from that boat ride. I took a few small videos of downtown Bremerton. It was nice. It's a really nice town. If you ever come to Seattle, like for vacation, take a day, take the ferry down to Bremerton. It was a nice, cozy little port town. At least that's the vibes I got from it. They had like a really cool looking arcade that I didn't get to go to because I was working literally all day today. Today was packing, packing boxes for PAX, putting stickers on stuff. All the stuff that's supposed to be done before PAX is done before PAX. So that's what today was. And then tomorrow, I actually get to sleep in a bit. I said, what's the latest I should get up? And they said 10. So I was like, yes, I'm going to stay up late and do whatever I fucking want because I can wake up basically in the middle of the day. And then 2 days of setup. If you don't care about my work stuff, maybe skip ahead, but I won't talk about it for too long. But typically with PAX, the goal is to set up in one day, and then set up the whole booth Wednesday, and then have Thursday off to do whatever. That is not what happened at all last time. We needed all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, and some of Friday morning, some time that we didn't really have. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time, because this is, as I've been told, the biggest booth that they've ever done, not just at this PAX, but at any convention ever. So it's all hands on deck. Everyone I've ever met from this company, involved with this company, is here to help. I've already met 2 new people. We got like 4 new people coming the next 2 days to help out. So yeah, PAX East was really busy. Obviously I didn't vlog it. I don't know how busy PAX West is going to be, because PAX East wasn't necessarily packed. It was like definitely not packed. There was some definite hesitation to attend that one because it was very close to, COVID protocols lifting. So I expect more people at this one, which probably means more people at the insanely huge Sanchi booth. I don't know how busy I'm going to be. I don't know how much free time I'm going to get. But I'm going to vlog as much as I can and as much interesting stuff as I can. So, I guess maybe you already saw it, maybe you didn't, but there's going to be some boat footage and some Bremerton footage. And then the next thing you're going to see is PAX West 2022. All right, it's day 2. I finally got a break, finally got a chance to look around. This place is really cool, so I'm gonna show off some of the cool shit I'm seeing. Shovel Knight! Professor Snapdragon getting into esports. I don't know what game they're playing, but they got a bunch of funny little characters here. We got Luigi. Here's Captain Donkey Falcon Kong. Love to see him. Loved him in Smash Brothers. We got Nabbit. for Mario, literally Nabbit. And of course, we got everyone's favorite game developer, McDonald's. Hey, when do you guys gonna make a Sneak King 2, huh? We got Pinocchio from Lies of P. All right, oh my God, guys, you'll never guess who I found. It's the Game Grumps. Are you being serious? It's the, what? Wait, hey, we're not the fucking Game Grumps. Hey, when are you guys gonna finish Sonic 06? Are you fucking joking right now? Okay, guys, I fucking did it. I got a single D20. Didn't pay for a whole set, paid for a single D20. It finally worked. The con is on. PAX West 2020. Let's go. Yes, Pokemon, tell me your secrets. Tell me your insider secrets. Why these 3 specific Pokemon? Oh, those must be the starters in the weird Arceus game, yeah? Oh, well, there's the only look you're getting at Nintendo, because I'm never the fuck getting in there. Among Us. Among Us in real life. Okay, I see a Nintendo booth in the distance. What the fuck could Nintendo possibly have to show off? Sorry my face is so close. I'm trying to make sure everyone can hear me. Okay, so it's Splatoon 3. It makes sense. It's a big, huge, long Splatoon 3 wall with literally no one near it or in it. It's a very weirdly set up con. There's like the part of the expo hall that I'm in, and then there's this well-lit area that I'm in right now, in between 2 expo halls, and then there's a different expo hall that all that Pokemon stuff was in. And I don't think I've seen a single, like, indie game developer. So they must be somewhere else. And I've heard word of an Artist Alley, but I probably won't be visiting that. Gotta shout out Limited Run Games. So cool. Thank you for everything you're doing for this industry. Thank you for all this. Thank you for Scott Pilgrim. Thank you for fucking Night Trap. Thank you for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Thank you for River City Girls. Speaking of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, you still have not sent me my copy of it. Still waiting on that one from you guys.
Cheer up, my friend, and listen to the proverb from Zoltar. A smile is worth 100 frowns in any market. Ah, yes, and lucky for you, the great Zoltar sees much happiness ahead for you. Go find it now, but don't run off too quickly. Zoltar has more to say for you, if you have a small gift for me.
Oh, it's an advertisement for Tiny Build. It's not a real Zoltar.
I was wondering who the people on the shoulders were. This guy fell off.
Man, you fell off.
Oh yeah, we got a Hello Neighbor up there. That's funny. I was telling you that they're getting like a bunch of shit for their game that looks incredible. Lies of P. Lies of P. Hello. I am back in my hotel room. It is day 4 of PAX, the waning hours of day 4 of PAX to be specific. It is 11:57, so Monday is almost over. And since I'm skipping the plane stuff, I thought I'd go over everything right now, because I'm not tired. You know, I'm not that tired, but I'm pretty tired. I worked a lot this week, but so yeah, I didn't buy much. That wasn't the point of this convention for me this time. I did get some free stuff. You know, the usual, like, here's an advertisement for our game. Here's a free pin with Mina the Hollower on it. Stuff like that. But if you saw the Zoltar part of the video, the dude, the like fortune teller dude, He did give me, as you saw in the video, a little advertisement for Tiny Build, the people who make Hello Neighbor, among many, many other things. And what I didn't realize at the time is it says, and then on the back, I actually thought this was very interesting. It says, "Did you know we get pitched about 450 games per year and greenlight 3% of them?" So I did take it over to the Tiny Build booth. And I've heard word of the Tiny Build booth, but I've never actually visited it. It was an entire carnival. It had games where you could win tickets. It had a ticket booth, you know, where you could spend the tickets on free prizes and all that stuff. But it also had a merch shop where you could actually buy stuff. That's where you take the ticket that I got, and as you can see, they let me keep it. But what you get is this Tiny Build hat, which is awesome. I don't wear hats, so I'm gonna see if maybe, I don't know, who would want this? Maybe Mason, maybe Pauline, I have no idea. And they also gave me one of these. It's a lanyard, which is fine or whatever, but it does this. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of like the only thing I got worth showing off. Everything was promotional material, but this part of the video is not done because I played a lot of video games this time. I played 5 or 6 games, and I want to talk about every single one of them briefly. So, I got to finally get my hands on Mina the Hollower. This is the one I'm the most excited to talk about because I did not know it was going to be here. Mina the Hollower, I'm gonna sit. Mina the Hollower is what Yacht Club Games is doing. It's their next non-Shovel Knight project that they're doing after Shovel Knight. So they did Shovel Knight, and they did the 2 Shovel Knight spin-offs, one of them I'm about to talk about. And they're doing Mina the Hollower. That's their next IP after Shovel Knight. And I love what Yacht Club Games does. They always, they have a mission statement, and that mission statement is always, what if we took these games and made one game? So Shovel Knight was a mixture of DuckTales, Dark Souls, and Mega Man. Mina the Hollower is a combination of Link's Awakening, Castlevania, and Dark Souls. So you still got the Dark Souls in there. And it looks and plays exactly how it sounds like it does. It's Link's Awakening, except it's a Souls-like. It was really good. I didn't get to play much. The demo was 20 minutes. I probably only played honestly 4 or 5. I only had a few minutes to play before my shift started. Same booth, same developer. Shovel Knight Dig is coming out soon, very soon actually. Shovel Knight Dig is a game that I knew I was gonna like. It is a Shovel Knight roguelike where you're constantly digging down. So a few things you can't tell based on watching footage of it. In Shovel Knight proper, when you jump and you want to put the shovel underneath you, that is a button. You have to hold down to do that. Not in Shovel Knight Dig. Every time you are falling after you press the jump button, you have the shovel underneath you. You can't second guess what you're doing. You're constantly digging downward, and there's this big drill thing that if it touches you, you will die. It kind of reminded me of the Grim Reaper in Vampire Survivor. You can fight the Grim Reaper, but you're not gonna win, right? Procedurally generated, so every time you died and went back to the beginning like you would in any roguelite, the stage was different, the collectibles were in different areas. They really have a cool, almost, I wanna call it entry-level roguelite on their hands. It was very cool, and I'm very excited for it. Got to play River City Girls 2. If you know anything about me, I fucking loved River City Girls. It is so good up until earlier this year when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge came out. I said that River City Girls was the greatest beat 'em up of all time. This is also true of River City Girls, That game would not exist the way it does if it wasn't for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World by Ubisoft. That game changed the scope of beat 'em ups, and you can see its influences in River City Girls. Now, the River City Girls 2 demo was bad. I'm just gonna say it. But here's the thing, and this is kind of, I've seen other people talk about this. I have zero worries that this game is going to be exceptional and an exceptional follow-up to River City Girls 1. The demo seemed rushed. My issues with the demo were that at the beginning of that game, there is a lot of story, and they left that all in the demo. When I'm demoing a game at PAX, especially when I'm on the clock and I'm like, oh, let me take my break and demo a few games, I don't want to sit through all that story. It was a lot. And then when I finally got my hands on the controls, there was considerable, like 1.5 full seconds of input lag, which is a nightmare with a beat 'em up. So the demo was not fun. Do I think the game's gonna be good? Absolutely. It's gonna be an exceptional game, and I'm gonna play the shit out of it. The demo was not good. Another game I wanted to talk about is a game called Minotaur Princess. This game caught me off guard. The only reason I know about this game is because their booth was right next to mine. So frequently throughout the week, I would just look over at their screen and watch their game. This game was a puzzle game. How can I explain this one? Because they said they don't have a big online footprint, so I might not even be able to get footage. But basically, it was a match 3 puzzle game, where obviously, as you know, in match 3s, anything from 3 to, I think 11 is the highest you can go. They all work, but every move has to be intentional. There's no snowballing. So like if you get 3 and then after you did that 3 they disappear and one moves down and makes another 3, that one's not gonna clear. Because what you do with those matches is you turn them into attacks and spells and defense that you then throw into your turn. So you do 5 matches and then you take your turn in combat. That's how single player works. Multiplayer is a little bit different because you act in real time rather than taking turns. You take turns, but you take them at the same time. So it's an interesting dynamic between trying to figure out if the person you're playing against is someone you should take your time and try to get big combos, or if it's someone that you should just move quick and like time them out, you know? But yeah, they said that single player is gonna be 120 plus levels, which is crazy to me. Whenever I see a game like that and I hear them say like, we're looking to make blank number of levels. My number is always 40. I feel like 40 is a pretty good number, and anything more than that is just like icing on the cake. 120 plus is crazy to me. And also, I don't want to give anything away, but this is not going to be the last time you're going to hear about Minotaur Princess on this channel. So if that game seems like something you'd be interested in, keep an eye on this feed, because we're probably going to do some Minotaur Princess content at some point. I also played Dungeons of Aether. This game was announced earlier last week as of the recording of this video. I had never heard of it. It's the follow-up to Rivals of Aether. If you know about Rivals of Aether, you know about it. It's the best Smash Brothers clone ever made. The guy who made it made like a bunch of Smash Brothers like parodies, not parodies, fan games back in the day, and he made Rivals of Aether, and it's exceptional. Dungeons of Aether is a completely different game in the same universe. This game is a roguelite roguelite dungeon crawler RPG that has dice-based combat, but like not like you hear dice-based combat and you think Dungeons and Dragons. You think, oh, my dice beat your dice, so therefore I win. That's not quite how it works. If I manage to get footage on screen, basically what you're seeing is you have like a randomly assigned deck of dice that roll, off camera at the beginning of a turn. You allocate dice to certain stats, and the stats were like attack, defense, accuracy, and speed, I think. And from there, it's just Yomi, if you know what that word means. It's like attack beats, or defense beats attack, but so your attack has to be higher than their defense to get a hit on them, and then like the higher the speed, the person who goes first. Honestly, from there, it's just Pokemon rules with that stuff. And it was really fun. They said it's going to be more story-driven. They said it's going to feature 4 new characters. And they said that the content of this game is going to, like, circle back into Rivals of Aether. I wouldn't be surprised if those 4 characters showed up as playable characters in Rivals of Aether, like, shortly after this game comes out. It was a lot of fun, and the only reason I tried, it looked weird, right? The only reason I tried it is because I know how good Rivals of Aether is, and I'm glad I did, because it was really good. The last game I want to talk about, if you've been on our Twitch channel in the last, I'm going to say, month, you will know that I am so very, very excited about a game called Lies of P. If you have not heard of Lies of P, allow me to explain to you what it is. It's Bloodborne. If you know me, you know that Bloodborne is my favorite video game of all time. I've played it 12 times all the way through. This game is just Bloodborne. It takes place in a sort of steampunky version of like 17th, 18th century, maybe even like earlier than that, Great Britain. And your character, has different weapon arts that he can switch between, and he has a fucking bionic commando arm that he like grapples at people. And there's going to be a mechanic in this game where people ask you a question, and you have essentially like 2 opposing answers. It's like, will you help me? And then your answers are, yes, I will help you, or no, I won't help you. And one of those is a lie. And then one of them is the truth. And if you tell the truth all the time, or if you lie all the time, something happens in the game. At this point in time, no one's quite sure what the lying mechanic is. But the reason it's called Lies of P, and the reason that lying is such a big mechanic on the game, is because in this game, you play as Pinocchio. That is not a joke. And I'm not meaning when I say I'm really looking forward to this game. This game, like, actually looks exceptional. Sometimes games come out and you really get the feeling that the developers were like, well, screw it. If such and such isn't going to make a new this game, then I'll fucking make it. And it really seems like the people who made Lies of P, like, only like Bloodborne. It's just, there's so much, there's a specific mechanic, there's a specific animation. If I can get it on screen, I will. And maybe I'll even do a comparison. It's the animation of you press the button to drink a health potion and you're out of them. So your character's like, oh, what? Huh? What? I forgot my health potion. The animation in Lies of P of that is identical to the Bloodborne one. It's like they're not even hiding the fact that it is essentially just a spiritual successor to Bloodborne. But did I mention that you play as Pinocchio, like the character from the Disney movie, and he looks like Timothy Olyphant, and I'm losing my goddamn mind because it looks so good. I got to play it this weekend. I didn't beat the demo. I got to the final boss of the demo, died, and then it sent me back to the beginning of the demo, because obviously it's a Dark Souls game. And then I was like, well, I don't have enough time to get all the way back there. I have the will, but I don't have the time in real life. So thank you, Lies of P. I enjoyed you thoroughly, and I'll catch you 2023, which is your tentative release date. And if I can figure out a way to play more of that game on this channel, I will. That is it for this. Oh, no, that's not it for this video. I'd nearly forgotten the cosplay contest. So two things. One, the dice you saw earlier in the video. I got a dice. I got the dice from ChessX. It was 33 cents. So mission accomplished. It was just as easy as I always thought it was going to be, and I got it at the fucking video game convention of all places. So we're back, better than we've ever been, and we're gonna I'm gonna keep doing that. The cosplay contest, a travesty, an absolute nightmare. I don't remember what the number I said that I wanted to beat at the beginning of this. It was high. It was like 17 or 16 or something. I saw exactly one person cosplaying Leon Kennedy. I saw one person, I saw two people cosplaying Ashley, which is like, how are you gonna cosplay Ashley and not have a Leon following you around that you can screech at? I saw two people dressed as Ashley. I saw one person dressed as Chris, and then I saw one person dressed as Claire, and then I saw the one person dressed as Leon, and that's it. No Lady D, no Ada. I feel like even as I was picking Leon, I was like, I should have picked Ada. People cosplay her all the time. None of that. Is Resident Evil not big on the West Coast? It just, like, I don't know. It was super weird. A very weird experience seeing, like, only one. I can't believe it was only one. Even if it was like 4 or 5, I'd be like, well, I tried, but I wasn't even close. It's hilarious that I only saw one. And the other thing that I was talking about with the cosplay, I saw nobody dressed as Eddie from Stranger Things. Truly, very light on the cosplay at this PAX West. But that officially is going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. All right, so I just checked out of my hotel room, and I have more than a few hours before my flight takes off. So I'm going to go and see the sights. I know there's one site in particular, one very, very tall site in particular that I'm going to go see. But then I'm just going to fuck around, see what's up in Seattle. Look what I found. Literally everybody has been asking if I'm going to go see this thing, and I have a few hours before my flight takes off. So here I go. I'm getting closer and closer. I can see it. It had to, of course, be in direct sunlight. All right, this is me outside the Space Needle. There it is in all its glory. And this is me on top of the Space Needle. I have a feeling that people probably thought I was bluffing and I wouldn't come up here. But here I am. Okay, wasn't quite sure what I was walking into, but it's just sort of a big mall food court, and I bought a milkshake and a little cookie from one of the only places that's currently open right now. Yeah, there was a bunch of like stalls like you'd see at a carnival that by the time I got down from the Space Needle were all closed, which I thought was interesting. So I don't know if this whole place sort of takes a break for an hour or if they just close at 6. It seems like that one's more likely. Space Needle was incredible. I spent like an hour and a half up there. I recommend it. Obviously, if you're terribly, terribly afraid of heights, do not do it, because that's the highest I've ever been other than the plane. The plane rides, obviously. But yeah, I couldn't recommend that enough. That was great. Having a drink on top of the Space Needle with just a bunch of people from all corners of the world, enjoying one of the best views I've ever seen. That was great. This is like a little indoor foresty play area, I think, for children, but it's completely empty. And then I look over here and I see this. Yes, Queen. Is this funny? Alright, so this is the Museum of Pop Culture. I recognized it immediately from that JonTron video where he refers to it as used tissue paper. And maybe I'm dumb, but I didn't know that it was directly next to the Space Needle. Literally, here's the museum. And there's a Space Needle. No cut required. God, I was on that fucking elevator. That is so terrifying to look at from the outside. Look at that. Look at that. Your boy was on that shit. That sucks to look at. There's going to be more vlogs like this eventually. Until then, check out our other ones. I went to Anime Expo in LA. I went to C2E2 in Chicago. Lightning and Monsoon went to Anime Boston. I'm also in that video. And then, of course, most recently, all of us, me, Lightning, Monsoon, and Kelsey went to Anime Boston. Boston Comic-Con. Fan Expo Boston presents Fan Expo at Comic-Con, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. So please check those out. We have tons of other stuff on this channel. Let's plays, video essays. We just uploaded our first arts and crafts video. It's a unedited live stream of Lightning painting a Dungeons and Dragons miniature. It was really entertaining. So if you wouldn't mind checking that out, that would be cool. I'm also in that video, if that matters to anybody. Once again, thank you to Sanchi. Love you guys. Everyone go to Sanchi.com. Not in any way sponsored by them. I just love them so much. And I owe them a lot because they've flown me across the country multiple times. And I've had a blast working for them. So shout out to them and everyone I worked with. Thank you to everyone watching this video. This trip has been incredible. I'm going to go to bed. Take it easy. Oh, and one last thing. Thank you to Monica for being in this video. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, let's plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.